Yo. What's going, guys? Hooping News Updates, man. This is episode 16 of the Hooping News Update show, man. And today, this should be a really good episode, man, because there's a lot going on right now. There's some breaking news about the Lakers. There was some trade rumors. There's some draft rumors, man. There's a lot of stuff going on around the association today, man. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be a great episode. I really do. I think this is going to be a fantastic episode of the Hoopin' News and Updates show, man. I'm really looking forward to this episode, and I've been looking forward to this all day long. Oh, it's true. It's true. I've been looking forward to this for sure. Hopefully, y'all are having a good Tuesday. Yeah, man. Wait, get some people in here. I mean, there should be some people coming. What's going on, JT? What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing on this fine Tuesday? That's good shit right there, man. Some mango. Yeah, I'm excited for this, man. Really am. What's going on, boards? What's going on, boards? Yeah, this is a good episode. This should be. I'm doing great, JT. I just had a nice bowl of salad. Love salad. Drinking some mango, sparkling frost, orange mango drink. I mean, I'm loving this. And then I'm blessed to be here in front of you guys and doing this live stream. I mean, so I'm doing really good. But enough about me, because honestly, you all didn't come here to see me talk about me. You guys came here to see me break the game of basketball down. That's what you guys came here to see. That's what I'm going to give to you. So the biggest news of the night, obviously. I said the biggest news of the night, obviously. The Lakers have hired JJ Redick. Yeah, JJ Redick. Okay. So, what are my thoughts on this? My thoughts are, as I told you guys, that's my thoughts. I told you guys this, like a month ago? When I start streaming again. I told you guys this since like episode 1 of the Hooping News Update show, man, that the Lakers were going to hire JJ Redick. Man, it was a foregone conclusion, man. It was a done deal. The minute that LeBron and JJ Redick did that podcast, man, it was a done deal, man. I mean, it was obvious what was going to happen. And my thoughts is good for JJ Redick, but I think it's a disgrace. And I'm going to tell you why it's a disgrace. Because JJ Redick has zero, and I mean zero, coaching experience. He hasn't coached at the college level. He hasn't coached at the NBA level. And I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, what about Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr. Let me tell you about Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is not a good head coach. All right? Steve Kerr is literally only good because of Steph Curry. Go look at Steve Kerr's record without Steph Curry, and go look at the point margin he loses by when Steph Curry's not on the court. So, before you guys come in here and tell me about Steve Kerr's gotten carried by his team. And honestly, this Lakers team, they ain't the Golden State Warriors. So, I don't want to even hear that comparison. I mean, like, if anyone makes that comparison, then, like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Now, obviously, J.J. Redick seems like a good guy. I mean, he seems smart when I listen to him on TV. He's like the only smart guy ESPN has, because it's a bunch of hacks. You know what I mean? The rest of the ESPN people. So, I mean, it's easy when you're when you're a big fish in a small pond, per se. I mean, turn to being around smart people. So, we'll have to see how JJ Redick coaches against other coaches in the league. And we'll be able to see, can he make in-game adjustments? Can he motivate guys in the locker room? Can he make adjustments on the fly? You know what I mean? Can he galvanize his troops? I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, JJ Redick's never coached a day in his life. I mean, and don't tell me about his son's AAU team or whatever the hell it is. That's not real coaching. I mean, he's about to coach grown men. I mean, I don't want to hear him, oh, he coaches kids. Okay? So what? I mean, I really don't consider that coaching. I mean, he's coaching grown men now. So we'll have to see. Me personally, I don't root for anyone to fail. So we'll find out how good JJ Redick really is. I hope he's good. But listen, man, I have my doubts. I really, really, really do have my doubts. And boards just asked me, have me ever coached? No, I've never coached. But have you ever coached? No. So neither of us have ever coached. I'm telling you that there was more qualified people for that Lakers job than JJ Redick. That's what I'm telling you. JJ Redick got handed that coaching job because he's friends with LeBron James. That's why he got that head coaching job. You know what I mean? If anyone tells you anything else, they're full of you know what. I'm not high, boards. I'm high off of telling the truth. You know what I mean? That I'm not high. I'm telling you the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not high. I'm just in a good mood. That's all. Why? Because I'm in a good mood and I'm feeling good and energetic. That means I'm high. Make that make sense. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about JJ Redick being the head coach at LA Lakers. And I'll actually give him a fair shot, unlike that Ticket TV where he'll fucking bash him until the season starts. I'll actually give JJ Redick a fair shot. I'm actually going to say, I don't know if JJ Redick's a good coach or not, but I have my doubts. See, people like that are going to just say that he's going to be horrible. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm going to give JJ Redick the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to see if he's a good coach or not. But I have serious doubts about it. I really, really do. I have doubts about him being a head coach, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I think. See, JJ Redick seems like an arrogant smartass to me. That's what he seems like. And being an arrogant smartass, we'll have to see if he could translate that to grown men in a locker room in the NBA with a team led by LeBron James. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because again, he might sound smart on ESPN, but remember, there's not too many bright people on ESPN. So, JJ Redick, you could kind of say he's a big fish in a small pond in terms of people around him that actually know what they're talking about. Because there's a lot of people in that network that don't know what they're talking about. So, we'll find out how good JJ Redick is. We'll find out. I'm not going to sit here and hope that he does bad or anything. And I kind of hope he does good because I want to see people do good things. But again, I have my doubts. What's going on, OCT? What's going on, bro? Okay, let's move on from the LA Fakers. I love Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown. Quote, I'm at the point in my life where I just don't give a fuck. I never might get credit and respect, and I'm okay with that. The ones who with me, let's rock and roll. And the ones that aren't can kiss my rear end. So, Jaylen Brown, man. I love Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown. Because Jaylen Brown, let me tell you something. Jaylen Brown got that dog in him. And Jaylen Brown doesn't get enough credit. I mean, Jaylen Brown doesn't get enough respect by the media. So I like Jaylen Brown being like, hell yeah, man. Like, I'm ready to go to war. I mean, I like that. I like that. I'm ready for these finals. I'm definitely ready for these finals for sure. It's going to be good. What's going on, Detroit God? What's going on, Packers Goat? You asked me. You said, can we talk about how the Usos have the most aura out of any tag team ever? You're. No, they don't. They don't have more aura than the Hardy Boys, bro. Remember the Hardy Boys? Yeah, they don't have more aura than the Hardy Boys. So, nah. Yeah, me too, JT. I love Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown is excellent. And I love Jaylen Brown's mentality because, quite frankly, that should be the mentality you have in life. I mean, not just in basketball. That mentality, man, Jaylen Brown, everyone should follow that Jaylen Brown mindset. Seriously, though. Like, literally everyone. I love it. I don't care. Hooping hates Chris Middleton. Why? Because I'm not going to say he's like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. That's why. Packers go, man. No one cares about Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's a good player, but like for real though, no one cares about Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's not a needle mover. Chris Middleton's an injury-prone guy. And yes, did he play well? Sure, he played well against Indiana, but in the previous years, since winning the title, he's been Mr. Unreliable. So, until Chris Middleton shows something when Giannis and Dame are healthy, then I'll come back and give Chris Middleton his flowers. Until then, I'm not a big Chris Middleton guy. I'm not. Or at least I'm not going to put him at the level that you want me to put him at. So I'm not doing that. He's a great third option? Sure. A lot of guys are great third options. You know who's another great third option? And he's not even really a third option on the team. Jrue Holiday. But he's not really a third option on the team. But yeah, Jrue Holiday's another great third option. Am I doing a man, boards? No. Nope. Not doing that. All right, let's see. Hit that like button, guys. What are we doing, man? 6 people, 1 like. Hit that like button, man. Because the more likes, more people that come in here. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what Twitter's saying, shall we? Isaiah Thomas, former Celtics point guard, says that Kyrie Irving is better than Jason Tatum. Isaiah Thomas, you are crazy. Jason Tatum is better than Kyrie Irving. I agree, JT. I would take Derek White over Chris Middleton too, JT. Like I really would. Like I'm not going to put Chris Middleton on this level that he doesn't belong at. But let me get back to Isaiah Thomas, right? Let me tell you why Isaiah Thomas is completely bogus and wrong for what he said about Kyrie Irving being better than Jason Tatum, because he's not better than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's a better defender. Jason Tatum's a better rebounder. And I would damn near say that Jason Tatum is a better playmaker than Kyrie Irving. The only thing that Kyrie Irving really does better than Jason Tatum is score the basketball. I mean, I think that's even debatable, to be honest with you. I think Tatum is just as good, if not a better scorer than Kyrie Irving, too. So Jason Tatum might be better in every game aspect of the game of basketball than Kyrie Irving. So I think Isaiah Thomas is crazy. That's what I think. PG, man, bro, they give anyone a podcast. Boards, they really do. Boards, man, they'll give anyone a podcast. I mean, dude, especially at Gilbert Arenas podcast, man. I hate that podcast. I hate that shit with a passion. They need to cancel that podcast. They had the clutch. Sure, Kyrie does have a clutch gene. Okay, I'll give you that. But like, Tatum's an underrated clutch player. I mean, he might not hit buzzer beaters or anything like that, but Tatum can execute in the clutch too. You know what I mean? Get ready for my boards. This is my pod. What you mean, no? This is the Hooping News Update show. This is my podcast. Except I don't have anyone on here reading me questions or anything like that, like you would with those other podcasts. I mean, I don't got a moderator in here that reads me shit. I mean, that's why, honestly, I've literally built this channel without anyone else. I mean, I've done it all. I've done it all by myself. Almost at 36,000 subscribers, doing everything, uploading, editing these lives, editing. I've done it all I haven't needed any help with this channel. And that's just the honest truth. I don't have the backings or anything like that those other guys have. Do I think the Usos are going to reunite after Money in the Bank? Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion, Packers GOAT. The Usos are obviously going to get back together. I mean, I would say so. But you do seem like an Usos fan. You're a big Usos fan, huh? You like you like the Usos more than Roman Reigns, I think, because you ask about the Usos all the time. I think you're an Usos guy, which that's fine. That's okay. I don't mind the Usos. Okay, boards, you're gonna love this. And when I read this report, maybe I'll put a smile on your face, or maybe you'll be crying tears after I read it. So I don't know. But here's the report: the Lakers reportedly offered Russell Westbrook and 2 first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Kyrie Irving. Quote, the Los Angeles Lakers were one of several teams to aggressively pursue Irving leading up to the trade deadline before the Brooklyn Nets ultimately sent him to the Dallas Mavericks in a package that included Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, an unprotected first-round pick in 2029, and 2 second-round picks. The Lakers' offers centered on Russell Westbrook and 2 future first-round picks in 2027 and 2029. Leak sources told ESPN. Okay, so the Lakers went after Kyrie Irving, but we all knew this. Like, see, here's my problem. Here's why I read it like a sarcastic asshole. I read it like that because why is this a report? We all knew this. Like, we literally all knew that the Lakers made an offer for Kyrie Irving. So why are we bringing this to the light right now? Why? We knew that the Lakers wanted Kyrie. We knew this already, man. We knew this for years that the Lakers were chasing Kyrie Irving. Why now in June of 2024, when Kyrie's in the NBA Finals and the Lakers are getting ready to hire a whole new head coach? Why is this a report? Why? I mean, it's total nonsense, man. Like I tell you, with the media, man, they literally dig up stories that everyone knew like 5 years ago. I know it came out because of what LeBron said today, man. I know, but still, man, like everyone knew that they offered Russell Westbrook and those 2 first-round picks for Kyrie. Anyone that's not a casual basketball fan, actually studies the game and knows about the game, knows that the Lakers made that offer. And the Lakers made that offer in the offseason too last year. That offer's been on the table for like a decade. You know what I mean? And the Nets didn't want it. So I don't understand why we're all of a sudden pulling out the shovel and digging that report out. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. We all knew that the Lakers wanted Kyrie, and we all knew the Brooklyn Nets said go bleep yourselves. I mean, we knew that because Russell Westbrook and 2 first was not enough for Kyrie freaking Irving. And I will say this: the Brooklyn Nets didn't get anything for Kyrie either. I mean, like that Dallas trade's horrible. I mean, horrible trade by Brooklyn there. They didn't get anything of value for Kyrie. And sure, will that 2029 first turn out to be anything? We'll have to see. But the Nets didn't get anything. They really didn't. That was a horrible trade by Brooklyn. That's really all this is saying. How if like we remember how badly that trade was for the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. Udonis Haslem obviously a fake Miami Heat legend, a guy that rode the bench for like the last 10 years, came out today and said something very interesting. Udonis Haslem saying something interesting in the Big 2024. Okay, so this is what Udonis Haslem said. Udonis Haslem reveals that the Miami Heat almost traded him for Allen Iverson to pair with Dwayne Wade. Up with AI. D Wade kept it real with Haslem and straight up told him, man, it's Allen Iverson. Obviously, you trade Udonis Haslem for Allen Iverson. And the fact that the GM was even considering that should have lost his job right then and there. Because how the hell are you going to trade a legendary guy like Allen Iverson for Udonis Haslem? Udonis Haslem, a guy that had zero skill, a guy that couldn't play, a guy that was only there because he acted like a fake enforcer for the Miami Heat, even though he's not really like that. I mean, he's not really a tough guy like that. So, yeah. A good role player, okay. But still, not a reason why a guy should be sit there for 35 years, sitting on the bench and just collected a paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He could have played boards. Okay, so he did that against third stringers, probably. You said, what, final game? Both teams are probably playing their third stringers. I mean, if we're being completely honest. Okay, here we go. On an article, it says that the Pacers, Knicks, and Sixers will pursue Paul George. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Paul George is going to leave the LA Clippers. I think, in my opinion, I think Paul George is leaving the Clippers. That's just my opinion. Out of them three teams, I like Philly for them. Indiana be cool too, and I can honestly see that too. I could see him going back to Indiana, but I think he's going to go to Philly. That's hilarious though. You have two playoff chokers like Joel Embiid and Paul George on the same team, and Philly fans be flexing their muscles in the offseason. Said, "Oh, we're ready to take down Boston. We're ready to take down Milwaukee. We're ready to take down Miami. We're ready to take down even Indiana. We're ready to take these teams down," and then they'll ultimately, once again, fall flat on their face, lose in the first round, and then Embiid will cry and say there's no help, and then he'll put on some gimmicks saying he has some injuries and blah 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 blah. Tatum got the 2 NBA Finals. Paul George got the 0 NBA Finals boards. Yeah. Tatum can't relate to Paul George because Tatum has cleared Paul George. Like, he's levels above Paul George now, boards. Paul George is, look, Jason Tatum is like this, and Paul George is like this. Like, yeah. Levels above. That's what Tatum is. He's levels above Paul George. You think Philly gets, man, LeBron ain't leaving the Lakers. Bro, did you see the news that they're hiring JJ Redick? You see that news, Venkata? You see that news, bro? They literally, bro, they hired LeBron's guy, bro. LeBron's not leaving the Lakers. I mean, that ain't happening. Like, LeBron is definitely not leaving the Lakers now, for sure. He's not leaving. Like, LeBron's staying with the Lakers. And quite frankly, I think it's a mistake by the Lakers. I think the Lakers should tear it down and rebuild because I think the Lakers are done. That's just me. Do I think Tatum will stay with the Celtics his whole career? Yeah. Why would Tatum leave? Why? See, here's the thing, though. Why would Tatum leave Boston? Tatum has the perfect GM. You could say what you want about Mazzulla, but he's an NBA. He's a guy that got the Celtics to the NBA Finals. Stevens and the Celtics organization always put great teams around him every year. I mean, they make sure he has the best possible team to win a championship. So, like, I mean, why would Tatum leave? I mean, Tatum has no reason to leave. Unless Tatum wanted to go to like LA or Miami or go to a warm city. That's like literally the only excuse that Tatum would have for leaving. And Tatum would be committing career suicide going to Miami or to the Lakers, to be honest with you. Because out there in LA, they wouldn't care about Jason Tatum. And guess what? They would blame everything on Jason Tatum when they lose. And then 2, go to Miami. Okay. I mean, like, really? Miami? Look at the reason. Yeah, I seen it. Who says we're the first wrestlers that you met or whatever? Yeah, that's cool. What's he done, Boston? I don't know. Let's see what he's done in Boston. Oh, yeah. 3 first-team All-NBAs, 2 NBA Finals appearances, an Eastern Conference Finals award trophy, whatever the hell that gimmick award is. You know what I mean? And he's done that. I mean, the only thing that Tatum hasn't done in Boston is win a championship. That's the only thing he's done. And guess what? He's 4 wins away from winning a championship. We'll see if he pulls it off. We'll see if they get the job done. But he's 4 wins away from Navy not doing it. So Jason Tatum has done everything in the NBA except win a championship. And guess what? Oh, yeah. He's only 26 years old. He's not even in his prime yet either. Can you imagine how good Jason Tatum's going to be when he's 28, 29, 30, 31? You know what I mean? When Tatum is really in his prime. Bro, that's what y'all forget about Tatum. Tatum's not even in his prime yet. You know what I mean? Like, Tatum isn't even hit his ceiling yet. You know what I mean? A playoff choker. I know, JT. And JT, you see this casual take right here talking about he's been a playoff choker his whole career? I would say out of all the series that Tatum has had, he's only had one horrible series his whole NBA career. And that was against Golden State in the finals. And he was injured during that series too, by the way. You know what I mean? Tatum's been good basically his whole entire career in the playoffs. I don't know where this narrative came from that he's a playoff choker, but it's complete utter bullshit. You're going to blame for that Miami loss last year? He got his ankle stepped on. You know what I mean? Like, and then you really want to blame, you really want to call someone a choker. Jaylen Brown choked last year. And I love Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen Brown got to hold that L. You know what I mean? Jaylen Brown had like 7-8 turnovers in that game against the Heat. You know what Jaylen Brown did? He got better. He got in the gym this offseason. He worked on his handle. He tightened up his handle. Now he's one of the best finishers in the league at it with his left hand. You know what I mean? Because Jaylen Brown got in the gym and worked on it. Jason Tatum works and improves on his game every year. And you could say, oh, well, Jason Tatum got worse this year because his stats went down. No, and that's completely another bullshit too. Because what the Celtics did is they put more talent around Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum didn't need to average 30 points a game for the Celtics to be successful. Jason Tatum had other guys that he can get involved in the game. And that's why he didn't average 30. Because you have to feed Porzingis. You have to feed Derek White. You have to feed Drew Holiday. You have to feed Jaylen Brown. You have to get these other guys involved. Because for the Celtics to win, yeah, sure. Could Jason Tatum average 32, 33 points a game and like win the scoring title? Sure. Jason Tatum can do that anytime he wants. But Jason Tatum was selfless enough to be able to say, hey, I'll take a step back. Like, let Jaylen Brown rock out. I'll get the ball to Derek White. I'll get the ball to Drew Holiday. And I'll let them do their thing. And I'll get the ball to Porzingis, a big 7-3 mismatch, which, by the way, he's coming back for the finals. So Porzingis will be back in the lineup for game 1 of the NBA Finals. So I can't wait for that either. But still, man, to call Jason Tatum a playoff choker, it's utterly nonsense. But you see, here's the hilarious part, right? Here's the hilarious part about some of you guys. Some of you guys will give Joel Embiid. Some of you guys will give Joel Embiid a pass. I'll just name him as an example. You guys will give all the excuses in the world for Joel Embiid when he can't even make it to the conference finals. You know what I mean? That's the thing that kills me. You'll give excuses to guys like that can't even get out of the second round of the playoffs. You know what I mean? But you guys will call Tatum a playoff choker. You want to know what? Here's the real question that I have for you guys. Why does everyone automatically have Joel Embiid over Jason Tatum in their top 5 list and on their NBA rankings? Why? What's Joel Embiid done to warrant that? What's Joel Embiid done to warrant being put ahead of Jason Tatum? If we're just going off playoff success, Jason Tatum's accomplished a lot more in the playoffs than Joel Embiid has. What's SGA done, Packers GOAT? What's SGA's playoff resume compared to Jason Tatum? What's Joel Embiid's playoff resume compared to Jason Tatum? I'll wait here all night. I will, because you guys need to explain that to me. I don't know how you guys keep putting these frauds ahead of a guy that led his team to 2 NBA finals. You guys keep putting these frauds and these front runners that haven't accomplished jack shit in the NBA over Jason Tatum, because Tatum actually leads his team and has deep playoff runs every single year. But like Joel Embiid and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they can't even get their teams to the conference finals. Especially Joel Embiid, who's like 31 now? 30? 32? He can't even get his team to the conference finals. But like he's automatically better than Tatum. I don't care, Packers GOAT. If you're that guy, your team should be a contender every year. The Celtics are a contender every year. If you're that guy and you're a top 5 guy in the league, your team should be a contender every year. That's my whole thing. So I don't want to hear that about SGA, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's utter nonsense. Until SGA does its thing in the playoffs, I want to. Okay, because SGA had one big breakout year, he's automatically a top 5 player in the league. No, he's not. He got to earn that. He got to earn them stripes. I mean, you can't just fucking anoint someone top 5 when they haven't done shit in the league. You got to do shit in the league before you get that title. Do I think SGA? Yeah, he's top 10. I agree with you there, but he's not better than Jason Tatum. He's not better than Jason Tatum. I'm not giving you that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that SGA is better than Tatum. Like I'm not playing that game. You're not getting that out of me. All right, boards. I'm reading it now. Okay, so Michael Porter Jr.'s brother had to throw games because he was in significant gambling debt. See, how can you throw a game when you don't play? Like, that's kind of my thing, though. Like, but he's not. He wasn't playing any minutes, though. You know, like, you get what I'm saying, though. Like, he wasn't participating on the court, so you can't throw games when you're not on the court and not participating, because I don't think he played. I think he was the end of the bench warmer. That's I never seen like highlights of him. He probably played in some like garbage time minutes or something like that, but like, yeah, but he wasn't a guy that was like, you know, he's a bench warmer. Like no one cares. Like no one give a damn about this guy. Like if the gambling thing didn't come out. And that might sound harsh, but that's the truth. Like no one would really care about this guy, or no one would hardly even know who he is if this gambling thing didn't come out about him. So, and speaking of that, did you guys see that MLB player yesterday that got suspended for life because of a gambling thing too? And I think he was a significant baseball player too, like a good one too, that got suspended. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but yeah. But of course, Shohei Ohtani gets off scotch-free. Of course he does. Because again, Shohei Ohtani is a needle mover. So even if Shohei Ohtani is as guilty as charged, which, by the way, I think he was gambling on games. That's my opinion. They didn't do anything to him. You know what I mean? But they got that other baseball guy on the Padres. All right, okay, so I got a couple. Okay, Jalen Suggs, Jonathan Isaac, and Fultz. I don't like that for Orlando. I think Suggs is going to be really, really good. I would definitely trade Isaac and Fultz for Paul George in a first, but I mean it'll be an interesting thing to see. But I don't know if I'd give up Suggs. I think Suggs got a lot of upside. and then that leaves Orlando without a point guard. Then I mean, so I'm not a big fan of that. Especially for Paul George is getting older too. Like I'm not feeling that. Joel Embiid is a great player, but just really injury prone, and he doesn't receive a lot of help from his front office. Huge credit to Brad Stevens surrounding Jays. See, I don't agree with that either, JT. The Sixers have given Joel Embiid plenty of help, bro. The Sixers front office gave him Jimmy Butler, and I know he's there for half a season, but still, and gave him Jimmy Butler. Then they traded Ben Simmons for James Harden. I mean, Joel Embiid's had pretty good teams around him for a lot of his career. I mean, like. And then they got him Tyrese Maxey in the draft. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to hear that either about Joel Embiid, like, not getting support from his front office. I mean, I don't like that either because I think that's false. Because Joel Embiid has always gotten great support from the Sixers front office. You know what I mean? When it comes to putting talent around him. Year in, year out, the 76ers have put, to me, a top 5 roster around Joel Embiid. Here's the problem. Joel Embiid's just not that guy. That's what it is. Joel Embiid is just not that guy. Joel Embiid can't get it done when it matters. You know what I mean? But people will put him automatically top 3 in the world when he shrinks in big games. Go look at Joel Embiid's elimination game numbers. They're not pretty. They're really, really bad. They're dreadful. Like everything is down across the board in elimination games for Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? And they should have beat the Knicks. I thought Philly had the better team than New York. I really did. I really, really thought Philly should have beaten New York in the playoffs this year. I really thought that they had a better team than the Knicks did. But they lost because Joel Embiid choked. Oh, boards. Okay. DeMar DeRozan could receive $40 million per season. Why? Like, I get it. DeRozan's a great player, but you cannot win. You're not going to win anything paying DeRozan $40 million. Like, good luck with winning a championship then, because it's not happening. Or good luck even making a deep playoff run. Like, DeMar DeRozan $40 million pretty much guarantees yourself in the mediocrity. That's what it does, and that's for anyone that signs him to that. You know what I mean? Because that's garbage. That'd be a horrific contract for whoever signs that. And again, don't fucking misconstrue my words. It's not because I think DeMar DeRozan's a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's actually a really good player, but he's not a guy that's gonna move a needle. I mean, he's not gonna elevate a team to a championship level, in my opinion. I mean, DeRozan ain't gonna do anything for a contender like that, like you guys think he would. Especially paying him that much money. Nope. Not doing that. No. Not paying DeMar DeRozan that much. No way. Boards. Here's my thing. I have a question for you, Boards, because I know you're still listening. Why are you so upset about the Lakers not hiring JJ Redick right away? Why are you upset about them waiting until after the finals? Because because you're not going to announce that he's going to become the head coach while he's commentating for the finals. JT, I don't even think he's a second option. I think DeMar DeRozan got to be your third option. I would damn near even say your fourth option to win a championship in this year in the 2024. Boards, you don't understand. Boards, they're interviewing. See, here's why they're still doing interviews. Boards, and this will change your mind about it. Hear me out. They're doing interviews because they're interviewing guys to put on JJ Redick's coaching staff. Like James Borrego, he's probably going to be on JJ Redick's coaching staff. I mean, they're interviewing these guys because I think these guys know going in if they're going to hire JJ Redick. I think they're really getting interviewed for those assistant coaching jobs. That's what I think. I think that's why they're really getting interviewed. Because I think everyone knows around the league that it's a foregone conclusion that they're hiring JJ Redick. But again, there's two reasons. One, you can have such great interview and blow them out of the water and change their mind Then hire you. That's the first reason why you take the interview, because the worst answer you could possibly get is no. And second of all, they're looking at guys that could be fits on JJ Redick's coaching staff. So that's why they're interviewing other people still, because everyone knows that they're hiring Redick. But the thing is, the Lakers need to fill a coaching staff out, because you remember, boards, they fired all their assistant coaches. They didn't just fire Darvin Ham; everyone got fired. They cleaned out the whole coaching staff. So they need to look at guys that could fill in at them spots, that to replace them guys that they let go of. Honestly, if PG leaves, I can see Lamar to the Clippers. See, boards, that's why, though. That Borrego's going to probably be their lead assistant. That, I think that's going to happen. I think that's a foregone conclusion. And honestly, I could see a guy like Steve Clifford also join the Lakers coaching staff too. So, yeah. I look at Steve Clifford, your question about the Clippers assistant coaching opening. I don't know too much about it, but there's some names out there that they should go get for that opening. Bingo. Here's what Paul Pierce had to say about the Lakers. Paul Pierce thinks that the Lakers are trying to put on a show instead of winning a championship by hiring JJ Redick and drafting Bronny James. And yeah, they are. The Lakers, man, look, bro. The Lakers don't care about winning. You know what the Lakers' motto is? Make the most money. And who make the most money for them? LeBron James. That's why they're keeping LeBron. Keeping LeBron is not about winning a championship. Keeping LeBron is about making money, selling tickets, selling jerseys. And guess what? It's smart. I'm not going to sit here and act like, you don't extend. You extend LeBron James. Because LeBron James makes such an impact on your team outside of basketball. Because I don't care. The Lakers could hire. The Lakers can hire Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich on the same staff, and the Lakers still won't win a championship because their roster is just not good enough. I don't think their roster is nearly good enough to win. Oh, boards. See, you're one of them fans that mid-season, you'll be on here while I'm streaming talking about how bad JJ Redick is, and you'll be sending me Twitter DMs talking about, oh God, look at these numbers. Look how awful JJ Redick's lineups are. Don't worry. By mid-season, I give it 15 games. Remember this. You guys could screen record this too if you want to. I give it 15 games before Laker fans start turning on JJ Redick. I give it 15 games before he starts seeing fire Redick, and Redick doesn't know what he's doing, and Redick's a horrible coach. I give it 15 games. I really do, before Laker fans turn on JJ Redick. 15 games max. I could even see them turn on JJ Redick by the 10th game. I really could. I could see it. I honestly could. Because Laker fans, what they'll do now is they'll talk all their shit. They'll get all hyped up to ultimately set themselves up for massive disappointment. That's what will happen. That's what's gonna happen. Laker fans do this every single year. And every time they make a big trade or a big signing or a big coaching signing, we always hear how great it is, and then blah 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 blah. The Lakers are going to win a championship. The Lakers are going to win 55 games. The Lakers are going to get the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers are this. The Lakers are that. Lakers are this. And then what will happen is they'll go 37-45. They'll be in the play-in tournament. They'll barely make the playoffs, and they'll get sent home in 4 or 5 games. Or miss the playoffs. It's like the same revolving door since 2020. Literally. Jason Tatum actually makes deep playoff runs, and he actually wins close to 60 games every year in the regular season. So no, Jason Tatum doesn't live in the play-in tournament like you all do. You all live in the play-in tournament every single year. So, nah. Okay? The Lakers 2020 ring doesn't really count anyways. You guys were in Disneyland. I mean, you guys won that in the Orlando bubble. Riding roller coasters in Disneyland and shit. I mean, and the ring is so pathetic and it don't count that your own city didn't even give you that your city didn't even give you a parade either. So even the city of Los Angeles knows that shit was fake, you know, because they didn't give you all a fucking parade. They every team that's in the history of the NBA that's won, I think, got a parade except for that team. Like I really think that. I mean, like that every team, at least in the modern era, that won a championship got a parade except for that team. You know what I mean? Like that's just sad. They couldn't even give them like a parade like a year later after like the pandemic eased up or anything. They said, nah, fuck your ring. I mean, you guys won that in Orlando. You guys didn't win that here. So what parade? If you guys want a parade, go to Disney World. I mean, ride roller coasters in Disneyland. That's where you won your championship. You guys didn't win that in LA. I mean, bro, don't put words in my mouth. I never said he rigged it for Kobe. I never said he rigged it for Kobe. Board. See, there you go again. You know, he's starting narratives, starting this agenda, these narratives that don't exist. Until you can find me proof that I said that. I mean, if you find me proof that I said that, then I'll shut up. Well, guess what? The old channel doesn't exist. That the old channel's gone. So yeah. Even if I said it, I might have said it. I might not have said it. But guess what? We'll never, ever. We'll never know. We'll never know. Exactly, JT. There's no proof. I might have said it. I might not have said it. But I don't think I said it. I'm actually being dead serious. I don't think I ever said that. I just think it's hilarious that even after the pandemic eased up, the city of Los Angeles like said that your ring is so fake that we're not even giving you a parade. Like, bro, the Lakers didn't even get a parade for the championship. Like the Lake, yeah, like man, I don't want to get into it because Laker fans are so fickle and they're so sensitive. They'll because I'm like joking, but they'll be like, oh, man, shut up, man. It's just a joke. But seriously, it's still pretty sad how you all didn't get a championship parade. Let you know that the ring is, yeah, maybe a little fraudulent. And remember, Laker fans earlier this year and Laker players, they were all talking all that shit earlier in the year when they won that stupid ass in-season tournament. A tournament means nothing. They were talking about it. I mean, like, and they were acting like it was like everything, but in reality, it didn't mean anything because none of the teams that are actually trying to win a title cared about it. You know what I mean? All the tryhards cared about it. So, yeah. I'm just saying. All right, you have a lot of Clipper questions. Let me get to your Clipper questions. Okay, best Paul George trades. Man, best Paul George trades. Here's the problem with that. Paul George is a free agent, so Paul George isn't under contract. So I don't think a Paul George trade will happen, to be honest with you, bro. I think if Paul George leaves, I think Paul George is leaving for nothing. Or it's going to be like a signing trade where they get like a big like salary cap, like trade exception. I mean, like I don't think you're going to get anything for Paul George. I think Paul George is leaving the Clippers, and I think he's going to leave for nothing. That's what I think. So I don't think Paul George is getting traded. I think if he leaves the Clippers, it's going to be an outright like leave in free agency without getting anything in return. Should Harden get traded? Harden. Well, see, if you trade Harden, you kind of have to trade Kawhi too, because like if you lose Paul George and you lose Harden, then you like have to like then like you have to trade Kawhi and just commit to the full rebuild. But again, Harden's the same deal as Paul George. Harden's a free agent, so you couldn't trade Harden. So they're both free agents. I do believe that they resign. I do think they resign James Harden. I really do. So I'm lucky my channel's gone. Oh, I'm lucky because guess what? I leveled up and dude, getting rid of that channel. I was so devastated at the time when that channel disappeared, but it was like the best thing that ever happened. It really was. Like I went from having a mediocre channel to having this channel. I mean, yeah, 6,000 subscribers, which is good. Like, don't get me wrong, 6,000 because that's what it was when it got deleted. It was around 5,000-6,000 subscribers. It was really good, and my channel was leveling up. It really was. It was doing really good. It was getting good views. I mean, everything was going good, and it got deleted. But you know what I did? I made this one, and now look where we're at. You know what I mean? But boards, if I did say that, to be honest with you, man, I think I might have been joking. But again, I don't remember ever saying that. I really don't. Now, if it's so glued in your head that I said that, then fine. But you know what it probably was, though? I was probably joking around. And, yeah. Do I think that... well, I appreciate that, JT. I mean, I like the guy. I like the people that stuck around through the old and new. I mean, I appreciate that, JT. I really do. Thank you. I mean, that does mean a lot. For a lot of you guys that have stuck around with me for the past 4 years, 4 or 5 years, it does mean a lot, and I really appreciate the support. So, I mean, I love you guys for that. I really do. It means a lot. It means everything. It really, really does. I mean, so I appreciate the support. But yeah, man, if I said that though, I was probably joking. Even though, I'm not even gonna say it. Nope. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut about that because I know you're gonna try to twist it and spin in the narratives boards. I'm not even gonna say it. Okay, let's see here. But I agree with Paul Pierce that the Lakers are trying to put on a show instead of win a championship, especially if they hire JJ Redick and draft Bronny James. What are we doing? What are we doing? Lakers, what are we doing? I mean, can the Lakers be a serious franchise for 1 second? Bro, you're not gonna find it. You're not gonna find it. And guess what? Even if you did find it, I'm not going to be cooked because I guarantee you I was being sarcastic when I said it. So go ahead. You're not going to find it. That shit's long gone. And if you find it, again, I think I was being sarcastic. Okay, let's see what else. The Ringer, Kevin O'Connor, has Rob Dillingham falling to the Miami Heat at pick 15. See, I don't know anything about the draft. I got to do more research on the draft because I really don't know anything about the draft. I be honest with you, I know this might sound embarrassing, but I only know two people in this draft. Really, I don't know anybody. I really, really don't. I gotta do more research on the NBA draft. And they're saying, oh, but you're an NBA, how you an NBA and basketball channel don't know anything about the college players. So I didn't watch college basketball that much. I mean, I honestly, I didn't even watch March Madness, to tell you the truth. So I don't know enough about the draft. I know I'm just going off what old analysts are saying, and all the analysts that I've seen talk about this draft. Everyone say it's the worst draft ever. People are saying it's one of the worst drafts you'll ever see. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if some of these young guys can prove all the pundits wrong about it. But yeah, that's as far as I know. Okay. Oklahoma City Thunder have great interest in Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams is a good player. I think the Chicago Bulls have some players on their team that can really help championship level teams. I think Patrick Williams is a guy that can help a good team. I really think he can. So I'm not surprised by them being interested in Patrick Williams, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City should be going after a big. That's what they should be going after. Patrick Williams won't help their rebounding issues. Oklahoma City Thunder need to go after a big. That's what you need. That's their number one need, a big man. The Sixers are expected to re-sign Tyrese Maxey, 5 years, $205. No brainer. Honestly, Maxey might be the face of the franchise now, not Embiid. And I'm dead serious about that. I think Embiid's gonna, dude. I think people are tired of Embiid. I think people are tired of Embiid coming up short. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more people hype up Maxey as the face of the 76ers, not Embiid. Just because everyone's fed up with Embiid falling up short in the playoffs. Okay, so here's the main event. And I have a lot of thoughts on this. So LeBron on his podcast with JJ Redick came out and said, quote, "I'm so fucking mad that I'm not his running mate anymore. He's the most gifted player the NBA has ever seen. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving." Oh, man. Wow. Very fascinating because running mate. Did I just hear him throw Anthony Davis under the bus? Because he said running mate, so that means that means he regrets not having Kyrie as his second best player. So is he throwing Anthony Davis under the bus? Because Anthony Davis, I will tell you right now, Anthony Davis is probably better than LeBron James right now. So if I'm Anthony Davis, how do I feel about that? That's the first thing. That's first things first. If I'm Anthony Davis, I'm like, huh? You wish he was your running mate. What about me? I mean, I'm Anthony Davis. I won a championship with you. I mean, put some respect on my name. That's first things first. And then, the Lakers could have gotten Kyrie. Remember when Kyrie was getting canceled on the internet and shit, and he was getting suspended and shit? The Lakers probably could have gotten him right there. They really could have. The Nets, I think the Nets were even thinking about cutting Kyrie Irving. If the Lakers really wanted Kyrie, they could have. They could have traded for Kyrie so easily then. I mean, that was the best chance they had to get Kyrie. That really was. They could have gotten Kyrie right then and there. So I don't want to hear anything from LeBron talking about, well, I wish he was my running mate. Okay, you should have put up more of an effort to get him on your team then. You know what I mean? It's easy to say that now after the fact when he gets there to the NBA Finals. But you had Laker fans running all over Twitter talking about, we rather have D'Angelo Russell and the 2 first-round picks or whatever over Kyrie Irving. I remember that legend of winning. You know what I mean? I remember you saying that you rather have D'Angelo Russell and Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? I remember that legend of losing. I remember that. Not you, Boards. Legend of winning. You. I remember you saying that bullshit on Twitter, talking about I want D'Lo over Kyrie. I remember that. I remember you tweeting that. So, you had Laker fans on Twitter saying that they rather have D'Lo than Kyrie. You know what I mean? And yeah, did LeBron want Kyrie? Yeah, but where were you when Kyrie was getting canceled by everyone? I mean, where were you sticking up for him? I mean, you weren't there. I mean, you stayed silent. Say we're running Madden tonight. We'll see. I kind of want to play 2K. I'm not. Listen, man. Madden 24. And guess what? I want to play with the new rosters. So when Madden 25 comes out, I kind of want to wait until Madden 25 boards because, I'm fed up with the Madden 24 rosters because they're different rosters. I mean, I want to wait for 25, honestly, before we have. And then when I get 25, then we can do that matchup. But I'm not getting that. I'm not playing you until I get Madden 25. So I want to play with the new rosters. I'm not playing with these Dinosaur 8 I'm not playing these dinosaur rosters. They're different rosters. Like if I want to use the Steelers for example, why would I try out Kenny Pickett when I could wait 2 months and then I can have Justin Fields or Russell Wilson at quarterback? I mean, who both have probably way higher overalls than Pickett has. So, I'm just saying. No, I'm not reading that boards. Nice try though.
All it took was some tricep strength.
Hey, where's Packers? You still here, man? I seen this trade on Twitter, man. And Packers, if you're still here, I got a Bucks trade for you. A possible blockbuster trade according to Sports Unlimited News. What kind of man? What kind of freaking news? Okay, whatever. What kind of news reporting site is that? Okay, Milwaukee gets Jeremy Grant, Robert Williams, and the 14th overall pick. Trailblazers get Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, and AJ Green. What kind of trade is that? Why would Portland do that? Why would honestly, why would both teams do that? What kind of no, man. Hordes, I'm not reading your voice message. You probably said something gross. I'm not getting bro. Nah. Nope. Nada. Nope. No way, no how. It's probably something nasty. It's probably something that'll get me yeah. Nope. I'm not playing it, boards. I'm not playing it because I know you, boards. What console I play on, man? I'm a PS5 guy. PlayStation. Xbox. Nope. I'm a PlayStation guy. I like the PlayStation. PlayStation. Thoughts on the Mikal for third pick? I think it's about right. I think Houston needs a win now player, and the Nets need to rebuild and start all over. So I like that, but I wouldn't give up anything else besides that. Like to make the money work, I would give up Dylan Brooks because why would you have Dylan Brooks and Mikal Bridges on the same team? That doesn't really make sense. So I would trade Dylan Brooks in the third pick for Bridges. I would if I was Houston. If I was Brooklyn, I'd probably take that deal because I could start over and rebuild. I mean, but the bad thing is, and here's the hold up in that deal: the Nets would want all their picks back. Like they would want control of all their draft picks, and that's why I don't think that deal is probably not going to happen because it'd be like one of them things where the Nets just want to get back control of their picks. But if I'm Houston, why am I giving up 3 or 4 first round picks for Mikal Bridges? I mean that'd be a horrible mistake. I think the third and Bridges is actually a good. I think that's a nice meet in the middle type deal for both teams. But I don't think it's going to happen because I think there's too much ego involved because I think the Nets want to get as many of their draft picks back as possible. So the Mikal Bridges thing, I don't hate it, but I don't think it's going to happen because the Nets won all their picks and they should, and it was an idiotic trade. That James Harden trade, bro, they had the perfect team around KD and Kyrie, bro. They really did. They had a great team around them, and they blew it all up for no reason by going to get Harden. I mean, they need to get Harden. They probably would have won the title that year with KD and Kyrie and all the great role players they had. I mean, they should have stuck to that. But no, you got to go get James Harden. For what? For what? Yeah, so the Nets, man, we'll see if the Nets and Rockets can work that deal out, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, Isaiah Hartenstein can receive up to $100 million in free agency. Hartenstein's a good player. He played well. $100 million though. You know what though? If I was the Thunder, honestly, I might do that. I know you're gonna call me crazy, but like Oklahoma City Thunder need to go get it big. They really, really do. The Thunder need to go get a big man. Because like Oklahoma City can like they need size and they need rebounding. I think Isaiah Hartenstein would really help them. I really do. So if I was Oklahoma City, I would go get Isaiah Hartenstein. I think he'd be a really good addition for that team. You said not having a real big is why Dallas is going to lose to Boston. Yeah, they traded away Jared Allen, man, too. Jared Allen, Jared Allen would have been huge for that team. He would have given Katie and Kyrie that rim protector that they needed. I mean, that defensive back line. It was such a dumb trade, dude, man. And the fact that they had they could have traded DeAndre Jordan in that deal, and they traded Jared Allen instead, man. Like the Nets, man, they deserve to be poverty just because of that. They really, really do. But let me get back to boards here because he's saying not having a real big is why Boston's going to lose to Dallas. What? Do you see the Celtics' size, bro? The Celtics are big at every position. Like, what? And they're getting their 7'3" guy back. You know what I mean? Porzingis is 7'3", bro. Like, don't come on, bro. That's so dumb. Like that, bro. Like, I promise you, if the Celtics lose the series, that's not going to be why. I promise you. You know what I mean? Like, I promise you, if the Celtics lose to Dallas, that's not going to be why they lose. Ain't because they don't have a big. Like, the Celtics are literally bigger than Dallas at every position, I think. Like, just as big. Okay, boards. You guys said about Miami this year. You guys were even talking about some Cleveland beating Boston. You guys were talking about the fully healthy Knicks. When the Knicks get healthy, they're going to beat Boston. I've been hearing this shit all playoffs. You know what I mean? So, I think you probably picked against. I think you picked like the Celtics lose every round. Do I watch baseball? Nah. And boards, I'm going back to 2022 too. You picked the Nets to beat the Celtics. You picked the Bucks to beat the Celtics. You picked the Miami Heat to beat the Celtics. You picked the Celtics in 2022. You picked against the Celtics in 2022 in every round. It's a lamp, bro. It's a lamp. It's not a doll. It's a lamp. Injuries are part of it, guys. Don't blame that shit on the Celtics. Packers, I'm happy you're here, Packers. I was like, damn, where's the entertainment at? Because Packers, one thing you bring to the chat, you bring entertainment. So I was missing that. I was like, where's the entertainment at? I was like, oh shit, Packers is here. That's good. Oh, boards. What are you, Drew McIntyre? Is that your gimmick now? That you pray for injuries now? You DM Hunk now? Huh? You Drew McIntyre now? You Mr. I prayed for this and it happened guy? You that guy now? I'd rather have KP, Horford, and Cornette than Gafford, PJ, and Lively. If KP's healthy, then yeah. But we'll have to see how healthy KP is. Yeah, he is. And guess what? It ain't going to work out for him. It's going to blow up in his face. It's going to his brain's going to blow up in his face. Oh yeah, I don't know if I gave my official series pick. I guess I'll make my official series pick right now. I'm going to go Celtics in 6. So I'm just giving you guys my finals pick right then and there. I think the Celtics win in 6. What is my dream triple threat match? Oh, that's really easy. Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart versus Eddie Guerrero. That's really easy. A triple threat, like pure technical wrestling match. Dude, Kurt, Bret, and get Bret, Kurt, and Eddie in the ring, bro. Get all three of them in their prime in the ring and just let them cook. Just let it cook. Do a 60-man Iron Man triple threat match. Like that's my dream triple threat match. Like that's my give me Kurt, Bret, and fuck, what's our guy's name? Get them 3 in the ring, let them cook. Boards, even if I wasn't a Celtics fan, I'd pick the Celtics anyways because I think they're just a better team than Dallas. So I'd pick the Celtics anyways. It don't matter if I'm a fan or not. Bro. By the way, this ball better give me a sponsorship because I'm like hyping up their shit right now. So, yeah, flavored sparkling water. So, yeah, I need a sponsorship. Pure Aqua. Yeah, Pure Aqua. Your orange mango is really good. All right. I need a sponsorship. I mean, I just gave your drink some clout. So I need a sponsorship. Yeah, I mean, Packers go. I never really drank like this type of stuff before until like a couple months ago. But like, I was like, it's not that bad. But like, I'll tell you what this is better than though. This is better than Prime. Prime's nasty. So yeah, it's better than Prime. Prime sucks. Logan Paul sucks. It's better than that for sure. If the Nuggets were in the finals instead, who would win? I'd pick the Celtics anyways because I just think the Celtics been the best team in the league all year. I really do. Yeah, me too, JT. I'll never, bro, because Logan Paul is a piece of trash. I mean, Logan Paul is a great wrestler. I agree with you, Packers good, but he's not someone I'm ever going to root for. He's not a good human being. He's not. Logan Paul is not a good human. He's a horrible, horrible person that is a scam artist. That's what he is. Oh, man. Tropical Punch Prime Fire? It might be, but I'm not going to drink it. Board saying I suck. I get boards. What are your thoughts on Ricochet and Braun Breaker feuding? What are my thoughts on it? I think it's a good feud. I think it's a good feud. I like Braun Breaker's that guy though. I mean, I like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's gonna be like a 10-time world champion in WWE. Mark what I said. Powerade is better. Oh yeah, Packers. Thank you. I totally agree with you. Powerade is so much better than Gatorade. And guess what? Powerade's so much healthier for you than Gatorade. Gatorade's poison. Gatorade's nasty. I mean, that's you guys want to really know hot take? Powerade is nasty. Not Powerade. Gatorade is nasty. Powerade is good. Gatorade tastes like Gatorade tastes horrible. It really does. Powerade's good. Gatorade sucks. Boards, I know what you meant, but I was like, I'm not going to play into that. I'm like, son, okay, you're talking about Ricochet versus Braun Breaker. Yeah, I'm looking forward to their next match against each other because they had a good match last night at Raw. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I know Packers GOAT. They'll respect it because right now WWE has not been this good since the Attitude Era. It hasn't. It's the best it's ever been since the Attitude Era. I'm dead serious too. It clears the 80s. It clears the Ruthless Aggression era. And it most certainly clears that god-awful early 2010s PG era. I mean, it certainly clears that too. I mean, this WWE clears every era except for it clears because I think the matches now are better than the Ruthless Aggression era. You could say, oh, the Ruthless Aggression era created guys like Randy, Cena, and Batista and shit like that. Respect the Nexus era. You know one of the leaders of the Nexus was. all I'm gonna say is his first name starts with a C. I'm just saying he was a leader. He was a lead. He was at one time the leader of the Nexus. I didn't watch. See, I stopped watching like 2015. I took a long break from wrestling. I stopped watching in like 20. And I still watched in 2015. Let me see. I didn't watch the dreadful years Packers. I stopped watching wrestling. I'd say like in like 2016, give or take. And I didn't watch again until like 2022. Like I stopped watching like right when it got really bad. Like when the product got really, really bad and got unwatchable, that's when I stopped watching. That shit was unwatchable, bro. Especially that 2019 year, dude. Like, cause now I'm like die hard and I'm like really, really into pro wrestling now. Like as much as I've ever been. Like I went back and watched some of that 2019. Oh brother. Holy hell. Bro, was Vince on like drugs? Like Vince had to be on some booking them shows, man. Because I don't know what he was thinking, bro. Vince should have retired then. Because yeah, the pro but you know what? This why you guys need to thank AEW. Be honest with you. Because AEW lit a fire in WWE. You understand that? AEW made WWE raise their game to a whole nother level. I mean, WWE finally had to try again because AEW is actually getting good ratings and actually getting some marquee names on their show. So that made WWE like really step their game up again. I mean, so I know you guys want to like crap on AEW. This is why I say that it's better when there's competition in pro wrestling. Because when there's competition in pro wrestling, that raises that raises the WWE's like game to a whole nother level. I mean, it really, really helps when there's competition. Yeah, man, Baron Corbin, bro, and I get boards, man. They had Baron Corbin retire Kurt Angle, bro. That's a travesty. That is a travesty, bro. The fact that a guy like Kurt Angle, who had the career that he did, got retired by Baron Corbin, bro. Like when dude, they could have did Angle against Cena. Why not do Angle against Cena and have Cena retire Kurt Angle? You know what I mean? Like it was right there for them. Like they're idiots, man. Like they were ran by a bunch of idiots at that time. They really were. Like just no common sense at all. Kurt Angle, a guy that accomplished so much in the business, a guy that beat The Rock, a guy that beat Stone Cold, a guy that beat all these all-time legends, got retired by Kurt Angle. Oh yeah, no, Borgie. Goldberg versus Undertaker was worse than that, bro. Go watch Goldberg versus Undertaker. That was even worse. I'll tell you right now, Undertaker versus Goldberg was probably the worst match in wrestling history. It was that bad. Go watch Goldberg versus Undertaker. Worst match you'll ever see. It was the worst. Neither of them guys had any business in a ring, especially Goldberg. I'm telling you, bro. Go back and watch that match. It was so dreadful. That was a disgrace. Undertaker and Goldberg, man. Oh boy. Oh, what a disaster that was. That was the worst match you'll ever see. But yeah, Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement for that match was so bad. So bad too, because Shawn Michaels had the perfect retirement match. I mean, and he came out because they threw a couple $1 million at him. Yeah, man, that's Vince for you though. Like Vince, see, but here's the problem with that. You want to know why that happened, boards? It's because Vince didn't respect the guys with the body frames of a guy like Finn Balor or Kevin Owens. Vince only like big muscular guys. You know what I mean? Like Vince wasn't. You're gonna have a hard time convincing Vince to put a world title on a guy that's small. You know what I mean? Or a guy that doesn't look like a bodybuilder. I mean, you're just gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time convincing Vince to do that. That's why he always put the belt on Brock and Roman and Goldberg and guys like that. That's why Vince always put the belt on them guys. You know what I mean? Because them guys look like bodybuilders. You know what I mean? Like Kevin Owens and Finn Balor, or and the Fiend and guys like that. Like, and rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, by the way. That Vince was never going to give them guys a world title, or at least a long world title run, because he didn't respect their body build. That's what Vince was. I mean, Vince just didn't respect. Vince didn't respect that. Yeah, that was sad, and that's why if Dean never stepped foot in WWE ring ever again, I wouldn't blame him, because they did Dean so badly too. I mean, Dean Ambrose to me is better than Seth. You can argue Dean's better than Seth and Roman. Like you really could. Like if you give Dean or Moxley a good character, like a good gimmick, you can argue it's just as good as both of them guys. You really could. Go look at what Moxley's accomplished outside WWE. Like Moxley should have been a multi-time world champion. Moxley's that guy. The only thing I'll say bad about Moxley is he relies on blood too much. Like he bleeds too much. But Moxley's really, really good. They did Moxley so wrong, bro. They did. Moxley should have been a way bigger star than how he was treated in WWE. They gave him this crappy ass lunatic gig. Like, come on, man, John Moxley, like, man, WWE was so badly booked at that time. They were. That's why I didn't watch. The Bloodline storyline really got me back into the WWE. It really did. I didn't even see that board, so like I don't know anything about that Lashley, Lana, and Rusev feud. Like I didn't see it. I didn't watch. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I got to go back and watch, but like I didn't. Nope. I don't know anything about that because I at that time I was completely out of tune with wrestling. It was probably horrible. And then Brock. Wait, what? Brock won a Money in the Bank? Why? See, this is why I'm glad I didn't watch because like, why? Why is Brock winning a Money in the Bank? How? Since when does a guy as big as Brock Lesnar need a fucking Money in the Bank contract? He's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar can walk in at any time he wants. Brock Lesnar can walk into SmackDown this Friday and be like, Cody, you're putting the belt on the line against me. And everyone will be like, okay. And then I guess we're doing Brock versus Cody at Clash of the Castle. You know what I mean? Like, it's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar doesn't need a briefcase. You know what I mean? Like, that was so... If that actually happened, that's stupid. Brock winning the briefcase. Like, what? Brock doesn't need a briefcase, man. Like, yeah. The Bloodline storyline saved the WWE. The Bloodline storyline, like, it saved wrestling. It saved the WWE. Without that storyline, AEW might be the number one company right now. without the Bloodline storyline, the AEW might be number one in wrestling right now. That's how huge and important the Bloodline story was. The Bloodline storyline saved wrestling for the WWE. Because it brought the WWE up to a whole nother level. Yeah, man, they tried bringing who they tried bringing, man, like that Cain Valquez or whatever the hell his last name is. They tried bringing him in. I think they tried bringing who, because I wasn't really paying attention at that time. I wasn't watching. I think they tried bringing didn't they try bringing Deontay Wilder in, or was that Tyson Fury? Yeah, Tyson Fury. They tried bringing him in. I remember a bunch of years ago they had Floyd Mayweather wrestle at Big Show at WrestleMania. So like Vince and the WWE, they always wanted to do that. Hey, Boards, remember when Shaq wrestled at WrestleMania? I think he was in a Battle Royal. Remember that? Big Shaq in WrestleMania. Shaq and the Big Show were supposed to have a match against each other. I'm kind of mad that match never happened, because I think that'd been entertaining, seeing Shaq and the Big Show face each other. I wish that match would happen, because I think that would have been fun. Let me, for the guys in here, since we're talking about wrestling. Yeah, Shaq wrestled Cody Rhodes in AEW, and Cody Rhodes put him through a table, from what I remember. So, yeah, I do remember that, Boards. Shaq went through a table, too. So, Shaq actually went there and took a legit bump, too. Hey, Boards, remember when Rick Ross was on AEW? You know what I mean? Like, AEW was, like, cooking at that time. AEW was actually, like, really cooking. Like, they were. AEW was, like, the best at that time. Bro, Paul George is a free agent, man. I mean, I get it. You're a Clippers fan. You ask good questions. I understand that. But Paul George is a free agent. Paul George can't be traded because he's going to be a free agent. You can't trade a free agent. It doesn't work like that. I mean, you can do a sign and trade, but a team ain't going to give you much in a sign and trade. I mean, you're not going to get anything in a sign and trade. You're just going to get like a first or like a big trade exception. You know what I mean? You can't trade. Yeah, there you go. A sign and trade. Yeah, a sign and trade, because that's what it has to be. You can't trade Paul George because he's a free agent. Yeah, they did, but that's Vince. I mean, like, The Fiend should have been like an Undertaker level type character. The Fiend, like, really should have been like an icon. That's what it should have been. The Fiend should have been a legendary, like, guy that's just like, once you seen the lights go out and like his music hit and like he came from behind you in the ring and he gave you the mandible claw, you should have known, like, oh man, like, this is like some legendary shit that I'm watching. But they fumbled it, man. Like, Board, I wasn't watching, like I've said a lot, but I've seen a bunch of clips on it. Do you remember that? Do you remember the Fiend versus Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match? How bad? Because that was voted like the worst match of 2019, I think, and that's saying something considering how much bad shit was going on in wrestling in 2019. But the Fiend versus Seth Hell in the Cell, oh boy, that was they screwed Seth and the Fiend with that. Like yeah. And you know what's crazy about that too? I think that happened 24 hours after Brock squashed Kofi too. I read something about that the other day on Twitter, that match happened like a few like days after after he got squashed. The Retribution. No, I don't know anything about that, Boards. I would have to look it up. What was it though? Was it a group? Was it a faction? Who was in the group? Nah, bro, they can't drag the Uncle Howdy stuff. They have to get Uncle Howdy on TV. I mean, because people are gonna get fed up with it. People are already starting to get fed up with it, but even more people are gonna get fed up with it if they don't get him on TV. But what do I know? I thought he was going to debut in France at Backlash. I thought he was going to debut at Saudi Arabia and with that pay-per-view, and we'll have to see. But I think Clash of the Castle is the pay-per-view where he actually debuts. But Boards, I would have to look that group up. I don't know anything about that group because I wasn't watching. So I would have to do research about that. Were they boards? Let me ask you this: were they heels? Were they baby faces? Like who was in the group? Who was the leader of the group? Like, oh, okay, all right, okay. Do you guys have any wrestling like? Okay, let me ask you this: what was the worst booking decision the WWE ever made? Boards. I'm going to ask you that. What was the worst? What, in your opinion, what was the absolute worst booking decision that the WWE ever made? Because I can name a lot of them. I really can. I think the worst one, and I don't think there's no defense for it. I think the absolute worst one was the Fiend losing to Goldberg. I don't think there was no justification, no defense for it. Like it didn't make any sense. Like literally, like no good came out of that. Zero good came out of Goldberg beating the Fiend. Zero. I don't care like what you guys say. Zero good came out of that. It buried the Fiend. It made the fans hate Goldberg. I mean, like no, and it made people hate Vince even more. I mean, that did no good for anybody. So I would probably say that was the worst booking decision of all time in wrestling in WWE history. It's probably that. If you want to say wrestling history, I'd probably say the finger poke of doom because I think the finger poke of doom like ended WCW, but a lot of things ended WCW. But I think that was one of the main reasons why they ended too. Was that finger poke of doom. But in terms of just in WWE history, I would say I would say Goldberg squashing the Fiend for no reason. I think that was the worst booking decision ever in WWE history. All right, I mean, all right, that's it, guys. We're gonna wrap it up there, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video, man. This stream, man. This was a fun episode. I had a lot of fun with this. More of a laid back, chill, casual episode. Just trying to you know what I mean, add a little entertainment value to it. So let me know what you guys think about it, man. I'll be back in a few days with episode 17. All right, peace.